It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
No fear, no fear for no fear. Here, my 4409 shirt. Yeah. I should show you that. Go get the picture that we had. We were on our trip. On the trip where we had underwater. You haven't seen it? Go ask Mom for it. I got to show you. I was wearing my 4409 shirt in the Caribbean, diving. Wearing, I was like, yep. The Pirates. We were in the Pirates of the Caribbean wearing our shirt. Dad, Shelton was really happy about that. What I'm going to go ahead and tell you today, what we're going to do, I've been busy all morning. Had hours of phone conversations with people and so much stuff I'd love to talk to you about. But we got two important guests on today, and maybe I may be able to kind of segue into a little bit of information, this and that. But certainly you want to listen tomorrow, I'll tell you everything. Bunch of stuff going on around the country. One of the things is, of course, we have, here it is. Go ahead and hold it up there, baby. I want to see if I can get this up there. Now turn it so, yeah, right there. Yeah, me and Donna in the Caribbean. That's right. We're in 4409. Yeah, those of you on video, you can see that. Now, what we're doing is 4409. The reason I bring that up, I'm wearing the shirt. It's amazing to me how well he's known around the country. 4409 is just one of the activists here. That in 4409 represents something, but it's a secret. I can't tell you. But it's something simple. It's kind of funny inside joke. But promise, won't tell you. And the reason is because he has over 30,000, 35, 40,000 subscribers. When he does a video, it goes viral because he does a good job, and he just uses, Windows Movie Maker and so on. But the boy's got skills. It's about content, and it's about things that people care about. And the next one's going to be on Quartzsite and what's going on out there. And we found out a lot of things. And we wanted to get involved in the banking and what's happening in the market and development and foreclosures and all this stuff. We start to see how all this relates with all this other stuff. And there's a lot of things I'm going to be sharing with you tomorrow. So make sure you make a note, even if you're listening to this on the archive, or MP3, or iTunes, or live, you're going to put in there, make sure you listening to tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff going on. Because tonight, there is the Ron Paul debate. Now today, I say, I love you, baby. 27 years today, my anniversary, my lovely wife, Donna. So we have kind of put off, we're celebrating today. We'll do it later because Ron Paul debate tonight. I mean, still, you're still voting, but, man, I just love to watch Ron Paul slap him upside the head, especially when the market's doing what it is. You just can't wait to see how the other candidates are going to blah, 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 and the media going to blah, 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 blah. But what they're going to do is they're going to try and diminish his successes there, not only in the debate, but I think he's probably going to win Iowa. Well, they got, last time I went 4 years ago, and they had Diebold computers doing it, and it took 2.5 hours later that they get and finally around, and you didn't. I mean, I don't trust the whole freaking thing. So I'm much more about the activism and culture change and informing. I don't give a crap what they say. But the campaign, man, they're getting serious about it. We're going to make sure we get the delegates, and we're going to bust them in, and we're going to do whatever they're going to win. And if they win, they'll go. They're already hearing it on the Talking Head News. They're going to go, hey, Iowa doesn't matter. John McCain didn't even go last time he became the nominee. Iowa doesn't matter anymore because it doesn't matter because we say it doesn't matter because Ron Paul might win, so it doesn't matter. Oh, if Romney wins, though, all of a sudden it matters. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread, man. Oh, yeah, man, it's a trend. See, it's just a game that they play. I don't trust these people, but I'm big supportive. I'm giving up my anniversary night. Donna is. I mean, it's up to her, of course. So she's like, no, we'll have a party tonight. So it'll be up on Freedom's Phoenix. All those of you guys listening that traditionally come here, here we go. We're going to have another party tonight debate. We're going to go ahead and have some fun. We decided that just right before the show. I go, I need to know. You want me to announce it, call the guys? Because I know what's going to happen. A bunch of people come over. We'll have a good time. And then, they say happy anniversary. That doesn't suck. And then we'll go out tomorrow. Now, the how this relates is as the economy does what it does, the banking, the financials are going stupid. I mean, Bank of America is plummeted. There's all kinds of stuff. There's got lawsuits against them. There's settlement things. Everything is going against these guys. But that manifests itself where? In housing, foreclosures. This stuff is still unwinding. It hadn't even started to really unwind. But we've had a gentleman on before, Stuart Vener. Now, Stuart Vener, he has a site, realtycrisis.com. Now, realtycrisis.com is a Wilshire Holding Group, Inc., and he's president there. And what he does is he is able to help people that are underwater. They just turn it over to him, and he takes all the hit from it or whatever. They get to live there as long as they can, and then finally they get kicked out. They got free rent, and he takes on all the responsibility. He's going to explain that to us. But after he does that and does his commercial, then we're going to go ahead and get into what he knows about what's happening in housing and foreclosures. Today, my daughter and son-in-law, house that was like $360,000 at the peak, they put in an offer and accepted $173,000. Then it got appraised for $160,000, and they lowered it down to $160,000. They were willing to pay and paid all their costs, and now it's $160,000. They got this 4-bedroom, multi-level, McMansion kind of whatever here in Northwest Phoenix. So I'm going, wow, and it's going to go down from there. So we need to talk to Stuart. We're going to have him for the full hour. Now, real quick, I got you there, Stuart.
You sure do. Thank you, Ernest.
Now, Stuart, I want to go ahead and give you an opportunity. You get like a 2-minute commercial here, man. Go ahead and tell the people what you do and where to go and how you're going to help them. Then we'll get into the details.
Well, basically what we do, it's kind of specialized, but if someone's made the business decision that it just doesn't make sense to own the house, legally they, of course, can walk away from it. There's no debtor's prison, but we have a good exit strategy. We take over the ownership. We purchase the house for the amount of the debt. If they're living there, they can stay there as long as we own it, which runs around a year in Arizona. And we force the bank then to take a loss. But we're the owner of the property and not them. And Arizona is a good state for this because it's basically a safe harbor type of state. It's an anti-deficiency state. So the loan goes with the property, and once that's done, the people are pretty much out of the headache. And it will protect them from the tax consequences that could be generated from the lender issuing a 1099 for cancellation of debt.
Okay, so the main thing, and that was one thing I've been finding out here in Arizona, asking the people, how'd you get away with this short sale and so on and not be a 1099? And they were saying that there is some provision, if it's your primary residence in a home steading, whatever, there's some point that they don't have to pay this forgiving of the forgiving of the loan, a certain dollar amount doesn't come on them as a 1099. And you're kind of, pardon me?
Kind of, not exactly. What it is this. The bank has to send the 1099 if they write a debt off over $600. But the Mortgage Debt Forgiveness Act, it's retroactive to 2007 and extends through 2012, would exempt your primary residence to the extent of your original loan, or if you refied and you specifically used proceeds to improve the property, that would be exempt. But if you took a refinance during the height and you took cash out and you bought a car or took a trip or did anything other than home improvement, that would be taxable income.
Ah, okay, which a lot of people did. So
yes.
What you do is that you're able to, like, look, I'll tell you what, you quit claim it over to us, sign it over to us somehow, then you take on all the paperwork, and they just get to live there while you're worrying about all the other stuff, and they don't get a taxable event, and it's all good, and they walk away clean, and you take care of it for them. Is that pretty much the bottom line?
That's basically it, and for that we charge a small fee, but it's never much more than one payment.
See, realtycrisis.com. There's a lot of people can benefit from this, but he's in the know, Stuart Vener, about a lot of other stuff that I want to ask him about. We'll be right back here on Declare Your Independence with those questions and answers in just a little bit.